Greece. Greece, for Naomi and I, is one of the most beautiful countries in the world, and certainly one of the most historically important countries in all of Europe and the world too. The center, in fact, of the Byzantine Empire, one of the greatest empires to have ever existed. Thousands of years of history lives in these streets. And believe it or not, to this day, 1 year ago, Naomi and I arrived in Athens for the very first time, and we had mixed feelings about it. A lot of it.
We are back in the graffiti capital of Europe, and I feel like the only place that is somewhat similar to Athens when it comes to graffiti is probably Naples in Italy, but I think Athens kind of takes the cake when it comes to all of that, and also random mattresses with questionable colors and probably liquids. What's that color?
Blue.
Blue?
There's a guy smoking crack in the doorway.
That looks like the corner of a saint. Looks like a saint.
Icon.
Where did that come from?
Lying in the street.
We aren't even close to a church. Actually, I turned on the camera because I wanted to show you this decommissioned scooter.
Looks like something straight out of Mad Max.
Does it still have a reg?
Jump on that, cross into Europe, straight to Germany. Game over. Only in Greece would you have tables on the outside so people can smoke while they're gambling. Someone left a whole sandwich worth of food down there. The smell is horrific. Abdullah Al-Riyaz, mashallah. Feels like Bangladesh. Hello.
Hello, sir. Goodbye.
Where are you from?
Romania.
Do we need a phone photo?
That used to be a shop front.
Yeah, it's a shop.
It's like a kind of like a post-apocalyptic war zone here.
It seems like some of the homeless people or maybe some drug addicts have gotten into it to use it as a squat house.
Yeah. 1 in every 10 people here are Greek, and that one person is a drug addict. Bro, this is hell on earth. This is literally hell on earth. How do people accept this? Oh, we're gonna go to Athens. We're gonna go to the Acropolis, yeah. Something that you need to know that's very important, guys, and I mean this is really very important. When we talk on this channel about different things in relation to the mass migration issue that's happening in Europe, a lot of the people that are coming in are not being vetted. That means, in plain language, they don't check the criminal record of these people that are coming in. So a lot of them are murderers, criminals, and drug dealers. And the people that they end up creating these criminal networks with and dealing drugs to is the locals. So the people that we see that are locals in all of the cities that we've been to, in fact, in Europe, whether it's Frankfurt, whether it's Dublin, London, everywhere, Paris, you name it, and here in Athens, it is the locals that are affected by the criminality because they are being put in a position where they can't afford to actually live in the cities that they're growing up in, and that forces them into precarious situations where they have to use drugs. What on earth is going on here? Completely burnt out, torched car.
So sad.
Good.
Where you come from?
Irlandia.
Ireland.
Ireland.
Nice. Irish, I know.
Where are you from?
I'm from Algeria.
Algeria?
Yes.
Which part?
Kabylia. in the
Oh,
mountain.
I've never heard of it. Is
Seriously?
Algeria nice?
Oh, nice, but I don't like the
Politics?
the
Okay.
dictator. Don't like.
They have a dictator there?
Of course.
Okay, so the economy is bad.
No, the economy is good, but for
It's truly sad to see. Once upon a time, this was obviously and still is somewhat of a memorial towards Mother Mary from the look of it, and then you have all of this garbage that is just leaning against it.
So this here is the back of the actual church itself. Just wonder, how do I get inside the church? This is closed. Okay. Yeah, every person that's sitting around outside, just loitering midday, drinking energy drinks, they're all outside the church. That much.
One of the things that I like to point out is we were just the economy, retirement, money isn't great in Greece or anywhere in Europe really, and yeah, this is kind of the situation. And obviously the more foreigners that you bring in.
Wow, you can get souvlaki off the back of the truck here. Very cool, huh?
It's had souvlaki kalamaki.
Yeah. Entirely honest, it feels like we're somewhere deep inside of Tunisia or something like that. The heat matches it, and the demographics also match too. If I had to give Greek sellers, for sure, some of the people that are selling are definitely Greeks. And you do hear Greek being spoken. A lot of the other vendors, about 80%, 90% of the other vendors, I can tell are not natively Greek at all. More from places in Africa and the Middle East, to be completely honest. So please keep that in mind. Demographic rapidly, and it's very, very visible here on the streets. Local Greek person begging in the streets, which again is basically 100% of the beggars in the streets are locals. All of this here is Arabic, and you do have some regular English writing, and here it says solidarity with, and it's scribbled out, followed by some more Arabic scribbling here too. Now I've no idea what these actually say, but interesting to see. If you are short on mattresses, you do not need to go to Bed Bath & Beyond here in Athens. And I'm really tired of this whole thing that a lot of people are doing. And I see it in a lot of YouTube channels, some very big YouTube channels as well, where they position a lot of cities like Naples, for example, Marseille, Athens, and a lot of these port cities. They get positioned as being this sort of decay chic. And people say that the decay, the stink, the filth, the piss and the excrement that's on the street, and all of the graffiti and the absolute dismay, that all of that is somehow something to look up to, and that's the reason why that you visit those places. And don't get me wrong, Athens has character, incredible character. It's very noisy, it's in your face, and it's dirty. Some places not so much, but I don't. To normalize these types of situations, to normalize basically, in my opinion, third world conditions in Europe. You seem to forget what Greece used to be. We seem to forget what France used to be. We seem to forget what Italy used to be. Incredible people, incredible historic figures that changed the shape and the dynamics of society and the world and how we function. And now we're accepting living in garbage and being stepped on by people from other third world nations who just want to come and make some money. Jumping past people, all 4 of these migrants just jumped through the ticket thing there. None of them are actually paying for their tickets. It's crazy. And then the people of Athens here, I'm going to film it. 1, 2. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A lot of them are just pretending to hold their cards up as well. So can somebody remind me why Greek people are paying taxes and are struggling financially while doing so? A lot of them working their ass off, maybe 2 jobs, or their whole family is working just to provide money for a family household, when this type of stuff is actually going on here in the metro stations, where very few people are actually paying for their tickets, and none of the people who were skipping through were Greeks. They're people that are newcomers to this country or that are just passing through Greece itself.
Just to mention it as a somewhat funny side note, somebody actually tried to tailgate me here in Athens before, and I got really upset at them, and I sort of walked really slowly, and they kind of like pushed their body against my body, so I turned around and I just pushed them back, and the thing closed, and I kept walking, because I feel like you can't accept these types of things. We all want to use the train system in every single European city, but in order for these systems to work, you have to obviously pay your ticket, and if you don't be surprised if everything is dirty and broken and nothing works, and they can't more expensive, and they can't afford to employ the drivers or pay them enough, all of that good stuff. So pay your ticket, that's it.
That guy's happy about it, but I don't know how about Greek people. I also thought that was it just oh man, what is this? I need to take the camera off actually. Why is it in this state? Looks like it used to be a housing estate or building, and now it's just gone.
There are enough people in Athens that are looking for housing.
The housing situation in Athens is
like it's great.
Really bad. The Greek people, it's actually massive. You can probably fit maybe a good couple hundred. I've stepped backwards and I actually stepped on like a sack full of crap. I don't know what it is, but no, you could fit probably like a good 500, 600, 700 people into this building, and it's just purely probably, I'm assuming, because of state corruption, bureaucracy. How do you have all of this happening right next to like a touristy gyros, like a touristy gyros shop? All of this is just right here in front of it, and then you have tourists sitting. That entire house is completely abandoned. Potentially a squat house actually. The stench is unbelievable. This here is entirely in Arabic, and then there's also another language here which I'm not too sure what it is, but it's talking about the different islands. So you have the island of Chios here, and it's actually specifically talking about migrants. So it's anti-racism, and it's something about coordination, and that here it says solidarity with migrants.
A little bit loud here. I believe it is because the policies in Greece changed, and there have been some videos recently coming out where the Coast Guard was puncturing the boats off of the migrants that were coming over from the country of Turkey, and maybe this is to show solidarity towards the migrants on those boats.
So you do have a large leftist population in Athens. It's very, very present. By the way, all of the shops around here, pretty much all of them are run by Arabs and Bengalis, and this here is a travel agency which is used. A lot of the travel agencies are used to actually wire money. Very cool. Very Greek looking kids, I have to say. Greek looking man as well.
And does business with the leftist population of the country
Yep.
to create a critical mass, and that's kind of the case in Athens, I feel like.
Yeah.
Case that I would like to point out is the case of Elizabeth Lane, Scottish citizen and only 38 years old. Now Elizabeth, that is referred to as Lisa, she actually worked for an NGO in Greece. She was helping migrants and feeding the homeless, basically. And only on the 18th of July, which is not that long ago now, her body was found in an abandoned building in the Kypseli district of Athens, a little bit north from here, basically, not that far away. And the media is really trying to not talk about it. I haven't seen it being featured in any of the mainstream media channels all across Europe. I believe in Greece you had some newspaper articles that talked about it, but also not in great depth, which is why I think it's important that we are going to talk about it. As Lisa went out, helped the homeless, helped the migrants, and then you can guess, sorry, you get one guess what kind of a person actually killed her and put her into a suitcase. That's right, a 20 migrant put her in the case, and then a Greek homeless person actually found her. Welcome to 2026. Suicidal empathy is starting to look actually like real suicidal empathy. Made it to the main tourist area. We are not that far to the Acropolis, from the Acropolis, and around here you can immediately see the differences that are very, very obvious. Oh, sorry, there's a car coming. Of course, we're standing in the most intelligent spot. All right, you can immediately see the differences with the amount of graffitis. I mean, you still have some graffiti here and there, but it is a lot less. There's very little garbage around here.
Steps total around the city, and there's probably 5, 6, 7, 8 areas, and there's more that we haven't even shown you that are full to the brim with enrichment, and also the drug and homeless problem is out of control in many areas too.
And some of those areas are so bad, which is why we didn't show them to you, that they're actually so dangerous that we don't necessarily want to walk down there, not even during the day. I also think the bad areas of Athens have gotten a lot worse. Now obviously keep in mind there are also very nice areas of Athens. It isn't the entire city as it is with every single place in the world, but the bad areas have gotten a lot worse in my opinion as well, and the homelessness and drug issues, illegal migration type of issues have become a lot more visible in my opinion.
I feel like the Greek people deserve better. Greek people for many years now have felt that they had to run away from their country, leave their homeland and try and desperately search for better conditions. And I feel like it's up to the Greek government and for Greece as a whole to provide that for its people. There's too much corruption here. There's too much of this crap going on where Greece and a lot of Southern Europe is the same. It's being used as a funnel, and they're basically just shooting up people from Northern Africa up into the rest of Europe. And Greece is being, in my opinion, exploited for these supposed values. And it's destroying the country, and I feel horrible for the young people in particular in Greece.
There should be a lot more incentives for young Greek people to stay in Greece, and also for the Greek people that have left 1 or 2 generations ago that are outside of the country of Greece, the diaspora, for them to come back, I think, because I think Greece needs the help. Greece needs people that are willing to work, that are willing to rebuild everything that has been lost now these past 2 decades probably. We love Greece with everything that we are and everything that we have.
Yeah, it's a beautiful country.
It's our
full-
favorite country in Europe.
Beautiful country, beautiful people. Some of our and my probably favorite food in the world.
Yeah.
But for now, from here, from where we started this video at Agios Ioannis, gorgeous church by the way off the tourist beaten path. And do yourself a favor the next time that you visit Athens. Get outside of Monastiraki. Yes, go and see the Acropolis if that's on your bucket list, but there's plenty more to see and do in Athens. Yes, some of it's going to be grittier, rougher, dirtier, but in my opinion it does hold a lot of character. It's not something to look up to, but you can definitely appreciate the great food